Howard Stern Show.
The New York Times said about you recently. Listen to this. Because when you first started coming on the show, I don't think anybody knew who you were.
No, wait, but can I just really quick?
Yeah.
The only reason that this movie got made is because of you putting me on this show.
That's so exciting to me. I told that to
Howard,
Judd.
thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, you were a great guest. I always loved having you on. And Judd heard you talking about your dad.
Yeah.
And his multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, and he pulled over to jerk off, and he...
No, but
yeah.
Are you getting emotional on me?
Yes,
you
shut
are.
up.
Let me see that.
Wait a minute.
No, I
That's
tried
not
to...
the Amy we know.
I tried to push it off with a joke about jerking off. Don't talk to me. I'm just so... I'm so...
Amy, can I tell you something? I am so happy for you, honestly, that you were doing an interview here, and Judd's driving in his car, and Judd's a big deal. And he hears about your story and hears what a human being you are. He didn't really know your comedy. Yeah. And he got exposed to you through us. And now there's a movie made. So I was very excited about this. I really am. And to me, I always hope that I could help somebody out. So it's great.
You've helped millions of people out. But thank you.
Would you cry a little louder so people can really...
silent
I'm
crying
going to turn this
doesn't
into
work.
a news. Like, I'm not... I've been doing so much press, and I just feel so like... And, you know, this is the one place you can, like, be yourself and not be like... So, yeah, I feel like I'm in the danger zone to possibly shed tears today.
I feel like you're getting the best press of your life. The New York Times wrote that you're on the verge of replacing Louis C.K. as the pace setter in stand-up. Now, whether that's true or not...
Now, what does that mean?
But in other words, that puts you in a category where people are really...
watching you.
Well, they're watching you and they're also putting you on a pedestal. And in a way, I guess my point is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Does it put too much pressure on you?
It's like, it's a really big compliment. To read that, you're like, oh my God.
So do you read all this press?
Not all of it.
Uh-huh.
Did you read that in the New York Times?
No.
When the movie comes out and you want it to be a big hit, if it isn't a big financial success, are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
You are. It
doesn't matter to me, actually. I think the security blanket of, actually, Trevor Noah, who's going to host the Daily Show, he said, the worst that they can do to us is send us back to the clubs. And I'm like, yeah, that's the worst that can happen.
And you like that.
And I like that. And it's just so temporary. There's this, like, you know, to stay... Everybody wants there to just be one comedian that we like at a time. It's usually one woman, one guy, but that they're, you know, who's at the helm, and it's a very strange idea. But I've just seen all my friends' careers, kind of the ebb and flow of it, and so I just know that it's not going to stay.
But isn't
way.
there a lot riding on it? Aren't you working on a new movie? I forget with who. You're working on writing a new movie.
Yeah, my sister and I just rewrote. Kate Dippold, who wrote The Heat and worked on Parks and Rec and wrote Ghostbusters. She wrote a really funny script, and we've been rewriting it. And so if Fox makes it, I'll star in it. And if Fox makes it, you know, if this movie, when is the movie opening? This weekend, right? It's July 17th. If the movie comes out big, you can make any movie you want. The doors open up. Right. And that's the pressure of the movie business, which is unfortunate because it kind of sets up your next picture, whether you get to do one or not. And you know, sometimes it's a slow build. Right. And you don't know, but that's why there's so much pressure in this, isn't there? I feel no pressure. Unbelievable to me. Well, people are like, are things changing in Hollywood? Like, I'm sure people ask you, and you're like, I'm not in Hollywood. Right. You know, I feel I'm in New York. This is my first movie. I don't know if the industry's changing. I don't know these things that you're saying, and like how much it has to make for me to be, you know, a viable actor to be in another project. But I also, you know, I feel like we all just treat the movie business, like making movies is the ultimate. Like, right. And people are like, oh, aren't you so glad you don't have to do your like dirty, disgusting stand-up and television anymore? And I'm like, I love my TV show and I love doing stand-up. And I had the best time of my life making this movie, but it was also a very like specific experience. And so I don't feel like, oh, cool, now I'm on this phase and I want to do movies forever. Like, there's a lot of it that's not that fun. You didn't fall in love with the process? I found when I did a movie that it was
intoxicating. Like
Yeah.
it was so seductive. I loved the acting.
Yeah.
I loved working on a big long form piece and all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was exciting for me.
Right.
Even though all the time in the trailer and sitting and waiting and all that crap.
Right.
When you actually get on camera and you get to act in a movie that you've written.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the greatest highs on the planet.
Yeah, it was the best time I've had so far in my
Right.
life, but all the other bullshit that comes with it, it's unnatural. And I've realized that I love directing and I love writing. Like
Right.
just rewriting the script with my sister. We have the best time, and you get to still feel like a human. And I love acting.